beautiful person. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. Welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie. I really appreciate you being here with me today. For today's video, I have 10 little self-care habits that I'm incorporating into my routine for 2021 because I kind of want to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. I tend to forget to do that, I've noticed. So I want to go ahead and add them to my routine just to make sure I'm taking care of myself, making sure that, I'm creating positive change for this new year. So I thought I would go ahead and share with you guys. Hopefully you guys can take one or two things and maybe get inspired by them. So without further ado, let's just jump right into this video and get started. So the first thing that I'm incorporating into my routine is drinking a lot more water. Now I know this is really obvious and you're like, yeah, you should be drinking more water, but just me personally, I wasn't drinking enough water throughout my day. Like I drank it, but I wasn't drinking as much as I should be, to kind of just help clear out my skin and make sure that I'm happy and healthy and all of that good stuff. So here's the water bottle that I'm currently using. I actually got this on Amazon for the reason that it has the little watermarks. It tells you like when throughout the day you should be, like for example at 8 a.m. you should be around here, at 9 a.m. here, etc., etc. And this is a 32-ounce bottle and you have to fill it up twice. I fill it up twice and then it stops at 6 p.m. but I add a little bit extra just to make sure that I'm getting the correct amount of water for my body weight. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's a really nice bottle. This is by the brand Hertz. Sorry, I should show it to you this way. It's by the brand Hertz and it's very cute. You can definitely see like that, your fingerprints kind of leave marks on the bottle, but I don't really mind it. And then there are the little watermarks, so you're making sure that you're at the correct time. It really does help me, watch the time to make sure that I'm being productive, but also that I'm drinking enough water. So I'm always checking the time now, just to make sure, hey, I've been lounging around for so long, let me get on top of something or let me start something. So I think this is really nice. The next thing I'm going to be incorporating into my routine is reading. So I love to read, but the thing is my job takes up a lot of my time and I'm always mentally exhausted. So I am trying to make sure that I'm reading a lot more because reading brings me a lot of pleasure and I'm feeding my brain, and I think that's really important because knowledge is power. So yeah, I'm trying to read. My goal is to read 20 books, and I know that's not a lot of books, but I'm gonna try my absolute best to do that. So I'm currently reading 2 books. The first one is You Are a Badass at Making Money, and then I am reading The Secret. So these two I'm reading together. I'm almost done with You Are a Badass at Making Money, and I'm about halfway through The Secret. So yeah, these are just 2 books that I've definitely been enjoying right now. I have a whole stack of books that I'm trying to read, but these 2 are the first 2 that I decided to take on this year. So yeah, I'm going to be reading a lot more. The next thing that I'm incorporating is my bullet journal. So I used to bullet journal in 2019, but then for 2020, I kind of stopped. And then I really did miss it. So I decided for this year that I was going to have another bullet journal. This one's really big. I do have a walkthrough of my bullet journal. So if you'd like, I'll go ahead and link it down below if you guys want to check it out. But I wanted to make sure that this year I was being a lot more productive. So, and more intentional. And I felt like this really helped me get all my ideas out and, help my creativity flow, because you can create this to be anything that you want it to be. So, it's really nice to, make sure that I'm taking care of all of my habits, that I'm doing all of my habits every day that I want to accomplish, that I'm doing everything that I want to, do in the day. So yeah, I'm really been enjoying my bullet journal again, and I have a creative outlet as well. Another thing that I am incorporating is a gratitude journal. So here is my gratitude journal. There's a lot of different ways that you can do a gratitude journal. The way that I'm doing it personally is every day when I wake up, I write down 10 things that I am grateful for, and then, I write down my intentions for the day, and, I kind of just reflect back on the day before and kind of think of, what was I grateful for that day? How can I make today a better day, etc., etc. So that is another thing that I am doing. So it's been really helping me just reflect back and just think about how I can make each day better than the one before. Okay, so the next thing that I am actually bringing into my routine is meditation and yoga. So I love to work out, but once I started doing yoga, I just felt like I was stretching a lot more. I was feeling really good about myself. And then I feel like with yoga, you're like in your own thoughts. And then, I like to meditate as well in the mornings. Just go through my affirmations, make sure that, hey, I am worthy, I am an amazing person, and just reminding yourself about how amazing you truly are. So I've been doing a lot of that lately. So I take 5 minutes in the morning to meditate, really reflect back on what my day was like the day before and how I can make it a better day. What would I have changed to make my day better? And what can I do today to make sure that, I'm living my life very productively, very intentionally. So I've been meditating, and like I said, with yoga, it just feels really good to stretch out, especially in the morning. I like to do 10-minute yoga flows. I'm building up to just doing like 30 minutes to an hour worth of yoga, hours worth of yoga, because yoga is tough on your body. Actually, I didn't think it was, but it really is. I was sore in places that I did not know you could get sore. So that's another thing that I am incorporating into my routine. Okay, so this next thing that I am going to be doing is actually a little odd. I'm actually going to be cutting out sad music this year. So I'm going to try really hard not to listen to sad music. That is very tough for me because I love country music and I love myself a good sad ballad, or, just to sing my heart out. But I am no longer going to be listening to sad music. I'm going to try my best. I don't know how well I'm going to do because I do have a lot of sad songs that are my favorites. But I'm just going to try to make sure that, I have high frequency, high positive vibes. And in order to do that, I do have to make sure that, I'm not like wallowing in, sad music. Not that, everyone does that. It's just me personally. I'm a very emotional person. So when I'm listening to a sad song, I think back or create scenarios of like sadness. So that's why I'm personally going to be doing that. So that's another thing. So this next thing that I'm going to be doing kind of goes hand in hand with my last one. So I am going to be listening to 528 Hertz music. So that is just a frequency where, it's supposed to bring a lot of love, a lot of happiness, a lot of light. So I'm going to be incorporating that into my routine. So instead of listening to a sad ballad, I'll go ahead and turn that on, and I'll be putting that music instead just to calm myself and to make sure that, I'm thinking positively. So another thing I'm going to be doing this year is actually doing a lot more face masks. I really did not pay attention to my skin as much last year, and I want to go ahead and, incorporate more face masks. Let me rephrase that. It's not that I wasn't taking care of my skin. I just wasn't doing as much face masks. And I feel like face masks really help, relax. Take those 15 minutes to yourself to kind of just, relax a little bit, making sure that you're loving yourself. It's just time that you put aside in your day to go ahead and pamper yourself. So I want to go ahead and do that. The two that I'm using right now are Beauty Sleep by Lush, and then the Cottage Greenhouse Botanic Beauty Market Orange Blossom and Honey, Pomegranate Ginseng, and Orange Peel. So I've been using these two. Another thing that I'm going to be doing a lot more of this year is doing my makeup. Now I know this can be different for a lot of people, but I feel like I'm pampering myself and like I'm really spending the time, like when I'm not out the door running, just doing my makeup in like 10 minutes, when I'm really just sitting there taking the time to do my makeup, I feel like, I'm pampering myself. I'm, appreciating everything about me, like putting on my bronzer. Sometimes I'm like, wow, look at my face. So it kind of helps me just stay grounded and, to appreciate everything about me. So that's why I'm going to be doing a lot more of my makeup. Now this can be reversed as well. If you do your makeup all the time, maybe you might want to spend a day, just with no makeup on. But for me personally, I was not doing my makeup as much, and I really enjoy doing my makeup. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of that this year. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to be incorporating into my routine is playing more games, specifically Animal Crossing. So over the quarantine, I really got into this game. I was playing it a lot. And then, I got so caught up in work again that I totally forgot about it. but I want to start playing it because I picked it up and I really missed it. It is kind of like a place where I can go and just relax and just take my mind off of things, and I think that's really important. So I'm going to be playing a lot more of it. So that is another thing. I'm also going to be incorporating a lot more cooking into my routine, because you just have to add things that you love to make sure that you know you're in your happy place and you're in your element. So yeah, I'm going to be adding more gaming for sure. Okay, that is it for this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumb up. If you want to keep watching more videos because you enjoyed me, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. I would love to have you and your amazingness here. Let's be friends. So I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.